Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time, kindly hit the subscribe button. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, and also share this video. Today I'm going to show you 2 ways that you can make your jollof mix. If you do this, you can totally make your jollof rice without the tinned tomato paste. You're going to need some fresh tomatoes. Always go for fresh and hard tomatoes. You don't want rotten tomatoes in your food. You will also need some onions and red bell peppers. This is Tatashe in Nigeria. If you are outside Nigeria, you can use Romano peppers. Now you also need some red chili peppers, scotch bonnet peppers, some garlic, ginger, thyme, and rosemary, the fresh ones. If you don't have that, you can totally skip that, and that is fine. Now I am going to go ahead and clean up my tomatoes, peppers, and onions and the rest of it. Now start by cutting open your tomatoes. I always do this because I don't want any surprises. Sometimes tomatoes can have rotten parts inside or even maggots and some things that you don't want inside. So do well to cut it open so that you be sure that you're eating something very good. Now, after that, I'm going to go ahead to deseed my tatashe and my shombo. If you do not deseed your tatashe and shombo, it's going to be very spicy and it's going to be bitter. So you have to do this. I always go for the very ripe tatashe because it gives it this vibrant red color. Now repeat the process for the remaining peppers, that's the remaining tatashe and the remaining shombo. I'll also cut open the onions to make sure everything is nice and clean. For this sauce, I always use the purple onions. Now you can feel free to use the white onions, but I don't do that for this. Even though when I'm making the frying the sauce for the rice, I always use a combination of the white and purple onions because I'll add more onions anytime I'm making the rice. But for this particular sauce, I prefer to stick with the purple onions because I feel like the flavor is stronger than the white onions. If you've watched up to this point, please kindly subscribe to my channel, leave a like and comment. Also share this video. This will help my channel to grow. Now let's go ahead and prep our garlic and ginger. So I just cut up the top of the garlic. You can completely remove the skin if you like, but that's how I do mine and that's okay. Now this is everything after I have cleaned and deseeded and prepped all of them. Then I chopped them into smaller pieces just to fit it into my baking tray. If you have a bigger baking tray or a bigger space in your oven, you can leave it whole, but I did this so that I could have more space to fit in more. So transfer everything into your baking tray and then sprinkle some seasoning. So I'm using chicken seasoning because I wanted to use chicken for this particular recipe. Then also go ahead to drizzle some vegetable oil or any light tasting oil over this. Then mix this together. Make sure you mix it completely. Now adding vegetable oil will help this to roast properly. And then adding the seasoning, whatever type of seasoning you want to add, will add some sweetness to this. Just try this and you will like it. At this point, you can also add curry powder, but I will skip that. So after mixing everything thoroughly, I popped it in the oven. Now, when this came out of the oven, this is how it looked. I just wanted to get it charred a bit. You can leave it for longer, but this is just what I was looking for. And at some point, I had taken out my fresh rosemary and fresh thyme because I didn't want it to get burnt. Now, transfer that into a powerful blender. I always blend mine into a very smooth paste. I don't know if there's anyone who wants their jollof rice to have some particles, but if that's how you want it, that's fine. But for me, I'm going to blend this into a very smooth paste. Now, this is what it looks like. Look at that. This is gorgeous and it tastes really good. If you taste it at this point, you already know that if you use this to make your rice, that it's going to come out really nice. I just hope that you would try this and let me know what you thought about that. Now, look at this. Very nice. Now, the difference between this one and the next one that I'm going to show you is just the color and the roasting process. If you don't have an oven or you don't want to roast your peppers, now this is what you can do. Prep your ingredients like we did before and then turn this into a pot. Add your seasoning. If you want to drizzle some oil, that is fine. Now add in your thyme and your rosemary, then bring this to a boil. You're going to boil this till all the water dries up or begins to dry. It may not dry completely, but just boil it until everything is soft and the water begins to dry like this. Now also transfer this into your blender. I do this sometimes when I want to make stew. This is how I make my peppers for my stew. So you can use this totally for your jollof rice and it comes out really nice. The only thing is that it's not going to taste as smoky as the other one. Now look at how thick this is. Look at how gorgeous that looks. If you're not using it the same day, just drizzle some vegetable oil over it and store it in your refrigerator until you're ready to use. And there we have it, guys. I hope you try this and let me know how it turned out for you. Until I come your way next time, please kindly stay with me. Turn on your notification bell so that you know when I post a new video. See you next time. Bye, guys.